Memorial Day weekend is one of the biggest weekends of the year for rock crawling in Montrose. It's one of the few weekends a year a bunch of people come to town to go rock crawling out there. Most weekends, or most of the time, you're likely to not see hardly anybody out on the trails around Montrose, and that's great. It's great that they're emptied. However, it's kind of neat sometimes to see a bunch of people come to town and run them and see a bunch of different rigs out on the trail. We like to make a whole weekend of it and just park our camper out there and go wheeling for the whole weekend and not have to worry about coming back to the house. The first trail we decided to run for the weekend was Die Trying. Die Trying's rated a 9 out of a 10. The trail starts off in a wash like most rock crawling trails, and as you work your way up you go through a bunch of boulder piles that are kind of always changing. For the most part, the big rocks don't move a whole lot, but all the medium-sized rocks are always moving and the lines change just a little bit. But it's a really fun trail to work your way through. I made a video in the past on Die Trying that I put on YouTube back in around, I think, 2016 or so. Anyway, it's gotten a few views over the years, and I wanted to make another video that kind of shows it from the ground. The first video I put on was purely drone footage, so it was from up above, kind of flying down, looking at vehicles going through with no footage or video from the ground. This time I wanted to make a video with a GoPro camera and lots of side angles and different things like that. So I decided to make another video on Die Trying. As you get to the end of Die Trying, it's a long steep hill, kind of a loose boulder type hill that leads up to the exit. Once you get to the exit, there's basically a big cliff with a right line and a left line on it. Now you don't have to do that, cliff, but that cliff's fun to play on to make it more of a challenge. It's kind of an optional thing. There is a easier way out just to the right, so if you get up there and look at it and say you don't want to do it, there's an easier way just to exit out of there. It's pretty intimidating. It's hard to tell how big it is on video because it doesn't capture, but basically the cliff is at the top of a long hill, so if you roll, it's kind of a long way to the bottom. So anyway, it's a fun place to go play on.
Oh, okay, cool. Pulling me down a little bit more than I'm used to. There, it's starting to go.